What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 195 of the Nonsense Review. That's right, just call us Eurycleia.
Eurycleia? I don't know this one.
It's an asteroid discovered in 1879 that orbits the sun once every 4.88 years.
Okay.
Its designated number was 195.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, and it was that, or 195 is the number that naturally occurs after 194 and before 196.
Or like Umbreon or something.
I guess I could resort to Pokemon.
Yeah. But at least this one is a little bit more highbrow.
Yeah, and it's kind of space-related.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm your host as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know why I went all South Park at the end there.
Yeah, thanks for having me, buddy.
No problem, guy. But yes, today starts our trip down to the Christmas specials of our podcast. And what better Christmas special to start with than the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special?
Yes, and I just looked it up and I was very close with Umbreon.
Umbreon
is 197.
Oh, what is actually 195?
Quagsire.
Quagsire.
Quagsire, then Espeon, then Umbreon. Spoiler for next week and the week after.
Oh, please, I have some class.
Yeah, if you can't find anything better, it's Espeon and Umbreon.
Oh, jeez. But yes, we used to start with the news and the weeks, but we've got a brand new format nowadays. We're going to give a brief rundown on the background information of what we're watching. Are you ready?
Yeah, the little shallow dive.
Yeah, so Star Wars Holiday Special is, of course, infamous. Almost every Star Wars fan has probably heard of this. Probably not every Star Wars fan has watched it. Rick and I haven't.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. I had an encyclopedia that told me things from this, like the name of Chewbacca's son, and...
Yeah, you keep telling me the name of Chewbacca's son, and every time you say it, I've never believed you.
Yeah, his name is Lumpawarump, otherwise known as Lumpy.
Oh, Jesus. But yes, released on the 17th of November 1978 on CBS, it came hot off the heels of A New Hope and well before Empire Strikes Back. It was such a train wreck, it's never actually been rebroadcast nor had a home video release. That is a big deal.
Yeah, because when you've got something like a made-for-TV movie, it's a real easy thing to make it into a home video, especially for something like Star Wars that would just sell.
Indeed. Speaking of Star Wars, George Lucas has no credits on this apart from the now... We're quite used to seeing this nowadays, where based on Star Wars by George Lucas, as he felt it was so bad he wanted nothing to do with it. So there's no blaming Lucas this time.
Yeah, it's just based on it. And this is the one time where Leave It Alone, George actually happened.
Absolutely. But yeah, so he didn't write this, he didn't really have much to do with it other than like whoring out his franchise for the first time.
Yeah.
I didn't actually want to spoil the plot of this for myself, so all I've done is a very brief look at the thing. Here's the story beats I know. Han hangs out with Chewie as they head to Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day with his family. I assume that's meant to be like Christmas, where apparently we find out Chewie has both a wife, a son, and his dad is just chilling there as well.
Yeah. When I saw this, I was like, oh, is that Grandma Wookiee? And no, it's his dad.
Yeah, it's hard to distinguish genders in Kashyyyk unless you shave them.
Yeah. And it's not like his wife has a bra on or anything, so...
That would be funny, though.
She's got a coconut bra. Nothing else.
Here's the thing, if this was released like in the 90s, that she would have to have worn a bra and panties.
No, she would just wear the bra, because the undercarriage is Donald Duck syndrome.
I'm just saying, I remember dinosaurs.
Fair enough.
Anyway, if this wasn't the first appearance of Boba Fett, chances are people would write this off as some sort of strange 70s fever dream. As such, the short animation introducing Fett was actually on Disney Plus for a while, because Disney was quite happy with it. However, this only happened in 2021. They put just the animation on Disney Plus, but I can't find it. So either that was an American-only thing, or they just went, oh, this is a bad idea, now we've got the Book of Boba Fett out, so get rid of it.
Yeah, just have it up for a week and then take it down. It's kind of done in the same animation style as like droids and Ewoks, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, which means shit.
I mean, yeah, but like 80s cartoon animation, it all looked like arse. So
It depends on the animation, I suppose. But I'm
Spoiler for something else we're going to watch this week. I mean, this month.
Oh yeah. There's no need to say spoilers, Rick. The plan is out.
Yes.
But yes, we keep poo-pooing this movie and even this Boba Fett animation. But I mentioned this to you the other day, Rick. In fact, yesterday. Internal sources at Lucasfilm and nowadays Disney have all agreed that this special is canon.
It's super canon, you told me yesterday.
It's super canon, because it was canon when George was in charge, and it was canon even after they got rid of all the legend stuff.
Yeah, and what did you say? J.J. Abrams sighed in the interview and says, yes, it's canon.
So again, the article I read specified that he sighed as he said it. And I love that. That's fucking hilarious.
It's so human.
But yes, how was the world looking in November of 1978? Well, I'll tell you, Rick. In the charts, we had the universally beloved song YMCA by the Village People topping, battling it out with
sweet.
Rod Stewart's Do You Think I'm Sexy?
Okay.
I listened
Both iconic.
I don't like Do You Think I'm Sexy. It's a really not good Rod Stewart song. Although it's a very popular Rod Stewart song, so...
Yeah, it's iconic, but it's it's not good. So it's one of those that I've always struggled to find Rod Stewart's voice sexy because he sounds like he smokes 90 a day.
I mean, Rod Stewart's got a sexy voice. I don't think anyone can argue that.
And it works better for something like Killing a Georgie because it's not trying to, get you riled up. It's just trying to tell a story and tugging your heartstrings.
I suppose. I'm just saying, different folks, different strokes. I don't think anyone can say a bad word about YMCA. It's a classic even to this day. Village People had a few fucking hits like that.
Yeah, they did.
What was the other one? In the Navy, which is still such a funny song.
Yeah. In the Navy. There's all this semen.
It's just like the Muppets parodied it, and it's so funny because it's all the pigs. But they're dressed up like... It's so funny. But yeah, in movie news, honestly, nothing came out in the week of this showing, which I'm familiar with. However, of the same month, we got Ralph Bakshi's animated Lord of the Rings movie.
Oh, man, sweet.
Have you ever watched that?
So the one that had the one that's got down to Goblin Town.
No, this is the one with rotoscoping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the technique they used was they had live action actors do the scenes and then they drew over it.
Yeah. So I think I've actually seen Galadriel from this.
Possibly. I can't... they go up to the killing of Boromir.
Okay.
So there's potential Galadriel. It's been a long time since I've seen this. I remember Aragorn, the actor for Aragorn, slipped and fell during the take they used. So that's why Aragorn falls in that one scene in that movie.
Okay.
And the orcs are fucking terrifying, or at least they were to childhood me. I don't know if they'd be terrifying now.
Okay.
All that said and done, with a 2.2 out of 10 on IMDb and a 25% on both the tomato and popcorn meters on Rotten Tomatoes, let's see what all the fuss is about with this bullshit. But before that, we have weeks to do. Rick, how's your week been, buddy?
I've done remarkably little. I have played a little bit more of Veilguard now that I can actually play it on my Steam Deck, because apparently my £1,000 graphics card is not good enough.
Continuing to justify my use of consoles.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't pay £1,000 for it. That's just what it RRP'd for. Atlas came out, which is
So what did, sorry?
Atlas. ATYLSS.
Oh, no problem. It sounded like you cut out, so I wasn't sure if that was the whole word.
No, ATLYSS. I fucking misspelled it, and I'm even looking at it. You can get a free version of this that's just the single player up to level 20. The paid version on Steam that came out this week goes up to at least level 25 and has multiplayer.
Okay, what is it?
It's a it's like an MMO in that, like, you do your you just wander around and do your skills and stuff like that, and when you're in multiplayer you can do multiplayer and you do quests and stuff. So it's just generically cute. I've created a character and then stopped because I'm like, okay, I've spent enough time having fun with this. I sent you a gif of character creation.
Okay, not to throw you under the bus, but was this the booby thing?
Yes, this was the booby thing.
Oh, okay, that explains why you like it, gotcha.
They do the same thing for the arse, except they bend over and look back to watch their arse get bigger and smaller.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Yeah, it's been generally well received by people, especially the free version. But now that it's fully out, I'm supporting this. I went straight in, no discounts, go £8.50. What do you want? What do you want a discount on that for? And then out in the wide world. Oh, actually, another thing that we did. I watched the first couple of episodes of the Yakuza Amazon Prime show.
Yeah. So for those of you listening, Rick has got no exposure to the Yakuza franchise, whereas I've got a fair amount of exposure to the Yakuza franchise. So as someone who has no baseline knowledge, what do you think?
Kiryu Kazuma is stealing the show in every scene that he's in, as well he should.
And with an asterisk. If Majima's on screen, he's gonna steal the scene.
Okay. Majima I've seen so far, and Majima has 2 eyes. The weird thing is they just use him as a hitman with a gun in his first job, and apparently him failing that job is what causes him to lose his eye as a more intense version of Yubitsume, where they cut the finger off.
That's interesting. They've played with the timeline a bit.
Yeah. So you told me that when you met him for the first time in the Yakuza series and the games, he's already got 1 eye.
Like he's even only got 1 eye when you play Yakuza fucking 0, which is before 1.
Yeah. Apparently, Majima in the 2007 movie was played by someone who looked incredibly like Majima, except his eye patch was on the wrong eye because the actor was blind in that eye.
I'm not going to begrudge that level of detail.
Yeah. Man, the 2007 one just sounds so much more fun because apparently towards the end of the movie, Kiryu is like being dragged along and he just like grabs a drink and turns out that's the actual health potion. So he goes into the final fight just like fully healed.
That's really funny. Although usually the alcohol gives you your spirit meter, so your action meter, your heat gauge. That's the word I'm looking for.
I think this was like an energy drink.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, because taurina and stuff like that gives you health.
Yeah.
And yet taurina, all energy drinks have taurine in. Like I can see what they did there.
Yeah. So they mostly chop and change between 1995 and 2005, as in before and after Kiryu got out of prison for whatever misdemeanor he was framed for at the beginning.
I'm not going to say the line, but I hope Nishiki says the line.
Maybe. He hasn't yet. But Nishiki is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch in English, and he does a very good job of it, because he's already Adachi, so we know that he can play a piece of shit very well.
Well, it's one of those as well where me and Aizawa, who's a mutual friend of ours for those listening, we were talking about it, and because he sent me trailers as it was coming out, and I'm like, I have no intention of watching this, but I'll watch the trailers. And the guy they cast as Nishiki does a really good job of looking like a piece of shit.
Yeah. And he does a really good job of paying lip service to the culture of respect while also being,
respect.
Yeah, I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah.
Answer.
They also released on Twitter a rendition of the Kiryu actor singing Bakamitai.
Yes, I'm aware of this because
fun.
Again, Aizawa immediately sent it to me, and I went, "That's great." And then we both said they needed to have Majima do his stupid idol song.
Oh yeah, the one that freaking Nyan has used as our outro music all the time. Like, I just thought it was like generic, starry idol music. I didn't know it was not Majima's. But yes, out in the world, Baldur's Gate is finally going to get its long-awaited crossplay update, update number 8, and I've now got the article up. It's going to also come with one subclass for each class.
I'm so burnt out on Baldur's Gate in the sense that I was really hyped to play this with you, Rick, and then it turns out crossplay didn't exist, and they kept promising it and promising it and promising it. And granted, a year and a half later, it's here, but I don't care anymore.
Well, it's not even here yet. It's going to be 2025 at the earliest.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's on the doorstep. We're going to getting Glamour Bard, Giant Barbarian, Death Cleric.
I'm sorry, hang on. Giant Barbarian, that's fucking broken.
Yeah, the Path of the Giants with the Giant's Rage, where you can just like increase your size, and then I guess you can stack that with the Giant's Elixir and become gargantuan.
There's no way they'll let you stack that.
But even the regular Giant's Elixir, which is probably what the size you would normally get from that isn't that big. It's still smaller than a Steel Watcher.
I don't think they'll stack it.
It makes Karlach look fantastic when you use that, by the way.
I accidentally used it on Karlach once, and I forgot I used it. So when I was in a cutscene, she was really big, and I went, "Was Karlach always this big?" I don't remember her being so hench. I mean, I knew she was hench, but fuck.
Yeah, that's how my gnome feels all the time. Death Cleric. This one's interesting because this is actually one of the ones from the Dungeon Master's Guide that's not normally available to players. So I guess it's joining the Oathbreaker in that. Stars Druid, Crown Pally. That's the one that you've seen me play most recently. Arcane Archer Fighter, which is the worst fighter.
I'm convinced they're gonna change this to make it actually decent in the game.
Yeah. Actually, it's not the worst fighter. There's the Purple Dragon Knight. It's just garbage.
I'd argue as well that another one that would be really useless in Baldur's Gate because there's no mounts is those fighters.
Oh, the Cavalier, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Cavalier has the alternate win condition of it does defend things nearby. It's intended to be your mount, but it can just be a person.
I don't think that's rules as intended.
Well, it's definitely within what's written. Drunken Master Monk.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we didn't have that already.
Yeah, it's because they went for a minimum of 3 on everybody, and the player's handbook already had 3. I think this is going to combo really thematically nicely with the Spore Druid, because you're getting high off your own mushrooms. Swarm Keeper Ranger.
Sure.
I was really championing the Horizon Walker, but you can have a cloud of jellyfish or a flurry of moths instead. So Swashbuckler Rogue, which again is one that they could have just let Rogue have the 4th one and let this be it. Shadow Sorcerer.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's they can spend sorcery points to cast shadow typed spells for cheaper than it would be if they made them into spell slots.
Fucking whoopity-doo.
They get Giga Dark Vision for darkness that they cast, which is kind of like half of what Hexblade does. Not Hexblade, Warlock. And spoiler, Hexblade. Hexblade Warlock. This is the number 1 most overused multi-class dip in all of D&D.
I know, I've had one in almost every single game I've run.
Yeah. It's normally the same person.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, fair enough. And the last one is the only one that I predicted, which is Bladesinger Wizard, and that's the one that I really enjoy. And the downside is I don't think it fits Gale thematically, which means that if you're going to use it on anyone else, they're just going to feel like second fiddle to Gale.
Except here's the thing: is now you've got a fun reason to actually play a wizard as your MC, because there's a lot of fun wizard banter you can have with Gale as a wizard. But why the fuck would you double up on a wizard?
Yeah. And also if you have a level of cleric and you pick Mystra, so you can talk about Mystra clericing and wizard stuff in the same conversation with Elminster and all that, and it makes you feel like this conversation was made for you and not Gale for once.
Sure.
And I've basically seen nothing else out in the wide world other than that Wicked has come out, and when it came out, before it came out, it had a 99% on Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, and that was from people who had seen the pre-release, who were probably all people that already liked it. But it's getting good reviews, so I'm looking forward to going to see that.
Yeah, apparently it's very good. I didn't watch Wicked 1, and I don't really care for musicals, so this just isn't for me.
Sure. Well, this is part 1 of the regular thing, I believe, but I could be wrong.
It's Wicked 2, isn't it?
Is it not actually? Is it actually Wicked 2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Google it.
Okay. I can't do it right now because I've got my microphone in the way.
That's fine. I will Google it because now I'm bothered that I've gaslighted myself, but I'm pretty sure it's a sequel.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, it's part 1 of 2 of an adaptation of the stage musical.
There was a Wicked movie before, though, wasn't there?
Was there? I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm just fine. I'm insane. I typed in Wicked 2 and it said, yes, Wicked Part 2 comes out in 2025. And I'm like, what have I fucking done to my brain? What have I seen to think that this is the second of Wicked movies? Yeah. Oh, jeez, fucking whatever. No, you're totally correct. I don't know what's... Yeah, I could have sworn it was Wicked 2.
But yes, that's about it from me and what I've seen. How about you? How have you been and what have you seen?
Okay, so tonight, as of recording, I'm going to be watching Gladiator 2. So I watched Gladiator 1.
Yes. I think the person you're going with also did the same thing.
Yeah. So here's the thing is, I've never actually seen Gladiator 1. That movie is 24 years old. It came out in 2000.
Yeah.
I was 8.
Yeah.
So I was not allowed to see that movie, and by the time I was old enough to see that movie, I had no interest in this this movie. And boy, it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it holds up, don't it?
It's great. It's awesome. Like, the fight scenes are choreographed, I'd say, almost perfectly. And, you know, and another thing is, I didn't want to see this movie once I got old enough to see it, because when this movie came out, everyone took the piss out of it.
Yeah.
Like, when he... I was expecting this movie to at least be somewhat corny, but, like, the iconic lines that I was already aware of, like, no, in context, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah. Like, it's... You'd expect them to be, like, at least with tongue-in-cheek, like, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And it's not.
Yeah, it's...
Although that particular line is actually delivered with about the correct amount of gravitas for the not the consequences, for the context.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, it's really good. I was very surprised with how early Maximus actually revealed himself. Not that he wanted to. He obviously he had no choice but to reveal himself. But still, and like, I've got this real problem with the okay, so there's a character in Gladiator called Cicero.
Yeah.
He's played by an actor who I'm very familiar with. However, because I first saw him in Sons of Anarchy, whenever I see that actor, I go, is that Chibs? And that's not the actor's name. So whenever he shows up, it's like, why is he in this? Why is he not acting and doing Chibs things? Because he's not that fucking person. But yeah, I'm really excited to see Gladiator 2, because if it's even half as good as Gladiator 1, then it's going to be worth the fucking price of entry.
Yeah, it's it was great, and like, I can say the thing after you've watched it. So,
sure.
Go watch it, and I'll see you next week.
I also now have context for who that main character is, because they say his name in the trailer. They say it's Lucius, and I'm like, okay, so that must be his son. No, it can't possibly be his son because of things that happen in the first movie.
And then they do the thing. So yeah, you'll see.
That's that. We'll be talking about Gladiator 2 next week, guys. Earlier in November, a YouTube speedrunner documentarian, his name is Summoning Salt, posted a video detailing the history of speedrun world records in The Simpsons Hit and Run. I don't give a fuck about that. However, one of the creators of the game, Joe McGinn, the lead designer, commented on it to mention that, hey, so we were actually going to make 3 sequels to this game. In fact, they were offered the license to make Simpsons games, including the deals that included having the actual voice actors in, for the price of exactly $0. However, he points out that some crazy person at their publisher, they never found out who, said no. I have a hard time believing this story.
It's so weird, but it's also kind of on brand, you know?
But you're being given the rights to make games for this incredibly popular franchise without having to pay a penny for the licensing rights, and you say no?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Like, to you and me, no.
And to this bloke, who is, by the way, saying this very anecdotally as well. There's nothing to back this up. It's just this guy's word. I have no reason to doubt what he's saying, apart from the fact that the content of what he's saying is incredibly unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only other thing is that he said they never imagined the game would still be bringing people joy 20 years later, and it's like, yeah, Simpsons Hit and Run is a very popular game. Do you think this game would be as popular if it had sequels?
Probably not. It would be just one of many, and all of them would probably be a little bit more forgotten.
Possibly. I think a lot of people also forget that Simpsons Hit and Run wasn't actually a good game.
Oh, no. The game itself wasn't great. What was good was that it was funny and that it was competent. So it was the baseline of decent for licensed games back then, which, you know, most of them fucking weren't.
I mean, that's basically what games were back in, like, in the grisly days of, like, pre-PlayStation 3. 9/10 of games were movie and TV tie-ins.
Yeah, it was either, like, ridiculously shovelware, or some kind of tenuously licensed shovelware, most of which shit, which meant that the actual gems shone even brighter.
Yeah, Matt Groening got lucky twice, because Simpsons Hit and Run was a good game, and also the Futurama PS2 game was pretty competent.
Yeah, the Simpsons movie game
was shit.
Sorry, it wasn't the movie game. It was the Simpsons game that came out at the same time as the movie. It was generally well received. It might not have been good, but it was well received.
It wasn't good. Oh, it definitely wasn't good.
Okay.
Oh, God, no, it was horrible. That is the game that introduced the fun achievement trope of you booted up the game, here's an achievement, congratulations. It's like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Cheers.
So you can tell how many people have actually played the game by how the ratio of how many people have that achievement.
It's one of those where, yeah, it's dumb. Simpsons Hit and Run. I'd love to do a retrospective on that game.
Well, I never played it, so...
Fuck off!
Yeah, well, I didn't get a PS2 until after I was out of school.
Well, if you are interested in playing it, Rick, and you can't get it via certain means, then let me know, because I've got a copy of the ROM.
Yeah, fair enough.
I played that game for my gaming channel, so if you don't want to play it, you can watch me play it and get really pissy at Lisa's level.
Yeah, apparently that's one... I think the Lisa's level is the one that's impossible to do in Marge's car.
You don't have Marge's car at that point in the game.
Or Homer's car, the pink one. Yeah, Homer's car, the pink one.
I mean,
that's the
possibly.
One you can't do in that car.
But Homer's car is like the worst car stat. Well, actually, it's the worst free car.
Yeah. So somebody did a challenge run of, can you do the entire game in Homer's car?
No. You say that, but I don't think. I mean, obviously the stumbling block would be Lisa, but everything after Lisa requires you to have a fast car. So, like, it's all well and good saying Lisa's is impossible, but I imagine even if you skip Lisa's level, the other levels would be impossible too.
Yeah, true.
Unless you had, like, cheats. But anyway, man, talking about bad tie-ins, the Family Guy PS2 game, that was trash.
Yeah. Like, I think I only saw it on Xbox, but...
Here's the thing, if I've only seen it because Only Plays played it for 20 minutes and it looked god-awful. And the thing is the Family Guy jokes they had in the game were outdated by the time that game came out.
Yeah.
Like, they had Chris's pimple be a big part of one of the levels, and it's like, that was a thing once, 20 years ago.
Yeah, this is like 2 seasons ago.
Jeez.
Minimum.
Speaking of video games, Rick, our good friend Elon Musk says too many game studios are owned by giant corporations. So his giant corporation is going to start a game studio.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
So the reason why
Didn't he learn from fucking Amazon? Like, his one rival in being the richest person in the world started a game studio, and all they do now is publish things because it's too hard to make things that are good.
Well, here's the thing, Rick, is Elon Musk intends to cheat because all of his games are going to be made through the magic of AI.
Yeah, and he also wants to buy Wizards of the Coast, apparently.
Good luck. Hasbro's not letting that go. It's the only thing that's profitable for them.
Yeah, they're not making bank off My Little Pony anymore.
They really ain't. Like, shit.
No.
When was the last time they released a new season of that new show? Because, like, unless they release a new season, that means there's no new toys.
Yeah, it was like mid-COVID.
Jeez. No, it wasn't.
I think they got up to, like, season 5. I say mid-COVID, like, probably end of, like, second lockdown.
But this
So
isn't.
what,
This
like
isn't.
2022 or something.
This isn't true, Rick, because we've done this. But that wasn't. We weren't locking down in 2022.
We were still masking.
Rick, I never stopped masking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Here's the thing: is my timeline for the events of COVID is a bit different to everyone else's. I think I had a vulnerable person in my house for the first year of it. So Anyway, I digress. I don't think Elon Musk's company will make any good games, and if they do, I certainly won't be buying them.
No.
The last thing I've got is, Rick, it's been 40 years of Band-Aid.
Oh, yeah, the music one, not the plaster.
Why on earth would I have said the plaster? We don't call them that here, Rick.
Yeah, we just call them bandages.
We call them plasters.
Yeah. Plasters and bandages, yeah.
But yeah, they're very different things, Rick, but we won't get bogged down in that.
Yeah, true.
40 years of Band-Aid. The reason I bring this up is I happen to be watching the one show with my mum, and Bob fucking Geldof was on it, as was Ricky Gervais, so I can't stand half the time. And Bob Geldof was really hyping up this new, basically he said, yeah, they did a wonderful, I'm not going to do his voice, they did a wonderful job of making it look like everyone's in the same room doing the same song, and I went, oh, that'll be interesting to see. They didn't do that, it was just clips from all the different fucking times they've sung that fucking song.
Oh, Jesus, yep, fair enough.
And they've done their best to audio, using the audio, mashing it all together to make a new super mega Band-Aid song, and it's shit.
Oh, Jesus.
It's bad. Have you ever heard the expression too many cooks?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest with you, I've always been poo-pooing Band-Aid because all it is, at this point, is to give everyone involved a publicity boost.
Yeah, it's fart smelling.
It really is. I mean, I remember, I wasn't around for the first Band-Aid, obviously. It's 40 years, I'm 32. And that means even you weren't around for it, Rick.
Yeah.
And I've seen the adverts of Bob Geldof on the telly going, you got money, you got it in your wallet, give it. And it's like, you're asking your fans to give a fuck ton of money to... I'm not saying it's not a noble cause, but you give your fucking money, Mr. Millionaire.
Yeah, who's also being, fucking, paid for this.
He's always claimed that he wasn't paid for it.
Okay, fair enough.
This isn't a Terry Wogan situation. And I'll give Terry Wogan respect for actually at least telling people he was getting paid.
Yeah, admitting it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was a very nice thing to do, but at least he said, yes, I'm getting paid for this, instead of lying about it.
The shitty thing is, though, that it set a precedent for anyone who follows after him to do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but it's also Children in Need, which is a bullshit charity anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I digress. Band-Aid has never significantly solved any of the problems they've set out to do.
I mean, has any charity?
Cancer Research is doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, they're the ones that actually do something, and some of the ones are just charities that do a physical service, and it goes to paying for the people that do the service, like Macmillan Cancer Nurses and all that.
Absolutely. Now, here's the tricky language that I know exactly what charities you're referring to, Rick, when you talk about this, because there's a lot of charities where when you look at them, they on the surface it's like, oh, that's a good cause, it's going to cancer. However, when you look at their mission statement, it is our mission and goal is to raise awareness, and it's like, oh, so you're taking money for nothing.
Yep.
There's a pretty infamous one in America. I think I can't remember the exact name, but it's a cancer charity, and they get partnered with a lot of big companies, and it's literally just we're raising awareness of cancer, and it's like, who the fuck doesn't know what cancer is?
Yeah, I can understand specific awareness for things that I'm just going to say men are not good at admitting that they have a problem. Things that are like male orientated cancers that you wouldn't think to look for. That's a good thing to raise awareness for, but you can do that on the telly in a day.
I mean, Bill Bailey was the face of that for a while, where he said, men, check your bollocks.
Yeah.
But,
check your plums.
Because, it's one of those where, you're right, it does sort of steer towards men a bit more, because how often have you seen the adverts on the telly? Not so much these days, but when you were younger, where it's just like, hey, women, make sure you feel for lumps. It's just one of those where, awareness of a specific thing to reduce a certain thing from happening, I can understand. But there's a certain point where how much of this money is actually being used for to help achieve this goal, and how much money is being given to the CEO.
Yeah, and the other one is between CEO and paying for people to capture more suckers.
Yeah, charity is a nasty business, is what I'm saying. You got to be very careful with it. I did animal care for college, obviously, and we had one of our tutors was like, I give £10 a month to XYZ charity. Can't remember what it is exactly right now, but it was related to dogs. She got a phone call from the charity doing cold calls, basically saying, oh, we'd like you to donate X amount of month to this charity. And she went, oh, I actually already donate £10 a month. The exact next question is, oh, can you donate more? And it's like, okay, you're now getting nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
Charities are very predatory, and people don't like to talk about it, but it's true. And they target old people and people who look like, and I'm using air quotes, suckers.
Yeah, and not just people that are suckers, like the people who overwhelmingly donate more money relative to their net wealth are the people who are underprivileged themselves, and people who, basically have the empathy.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. Anyway, we shan't dwell on that any further. Fuck Bob Geldof and fuck Bono. Rick, what are we doing today?
Yeah, we're doing the Star Wars Holiday Special, and specifically, we are reviewing the 5K 60 FPS upscale that's available on YouTube. You can find it. So 3, 2, 1, and go.
Yeah, Rick, you gave much more information than I was going to give, so fair enough, I guess. Look at Chewie just vibing.
Yeah, Chewie can hear the soundtrack. Yeah, I think that's just a shot from like the original movie.
Maybe so. Oh, so yeah, when doing a dive on this, all of the original cast, or rather Leia, Luke, Han and Chewie are all played by the same people. So is C-3PO and R2-D2, except R2-D2 is only credited as R2-D2.
Yeah. That's a bit daft.
Yeah. Poor Kenny Baker.
Yeah, Chewie just... Yeah, poor lad. Chewie sneering as he growls.
Yeah. Oh, they couldn't even do it in the yellow. So this was described to me as a variety show.
Yeah, man. Oh, that actually was Mark Hamill. I've seen that picture before, and it just looks so bad.
That's fair. I think we're going to get in here with R2-D2 as R2-D2. Oh, well.
Yeah, Peter me.
That's fucking
Yep,
so disrespectful!
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go.
Wow. What a looker.
Oh, he's got gums. On one tooth. Yeah, lumpy.
There you go, Bea Arthur.
Yep. Special guest of you.
Who?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Well, she's alright.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that guy's the one who's done all the, like, vaguely threatening infomercials.
Fair enough. So yeah, we're watching this today, again, as Rick sort of mentioned earlier, where it's literally thanks to people just circulating the tapes.
Yes. So, yeah. Keep circulating the tapes. Starfighter, he didn't know whether it was a fighter or Princess Carrie. Princess Carrie's beautiful. It's Princess Carrie.
To be fair, this does look a bit Ewok-y.
It does, yeah.
And again, there's that story that originally Return of the Jedi was going to be on Kashyyyk, wasn't it? But then they changed it to Ewoks and Endor.
Yeah, because they didn't want to pay for all the costumes. He's gonna trip.
Now, I wonder if that was a little person or if it was Warwick Davies before Warwick Davies.
Probably not Warwick Davis, because I think he was actually like still a child, like 6 years later in 5 years later.
Well, yeah, he was only
Return of the Jedi.
He was only about 6 in that movie.
Yeah, he'd have been he'd have been 1 by this point.
Which is why I said Warwick Davis before Warwick Davis.
Okay, yeah, okay.
See, she does wear clothes. Boy, this is great telly, isn't it?
There's no fucking subtitles or anything. It's just a bunch of Wookiees just gesticulating and gurning at each other.
It's like, shut up or I'll smack ya. He looks like the granddad from Mrs. Brown's Boys.
He looks like the face that Kermit makes when his puppeteer makes a fist.
Yeah, sorta.
Go play with your toy next to the wheelie bin, dickhead.
He's gonna get a whack, isn't he? No?
He's getting a bollocking. Put it back, and then pick the fur out that you just left in there.
He's just gonna take it anyway, isn't he? Yeah.
He's going to take 3 now.
Get in the bin! I don't like doing chores.
I don't like the bin. It smells like bin juice. Has she got trousers on, or is it just the apron?
It's just the apron. It's one of those where the fact that she has an apron on means that you are very aware of her nakedness.
Yeah, she's like perpetually doing the naked apron, but she's taking it off now, so we might see.
But it's also one of those as well where, like, someone said, like, in Sonic, the more clothes you wear, the more naked you look, because Sonic only wears shoes.
Yeah.
And Big the Cat only wears a belt.
Yeah, he's got shoes as well, but yeah, he's got shoes and belt. Rouge has got all the clothes on, and yet people still focus on her tits.
Yeah, because she is drawn incredibly bodacious.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the little fucker falls.
Well, he's superimposed, so even if he does, they'll just, like, click and drag him back up there.
What, like that witch from that one episode of Smiling Friends?
Yeah. It's just MS Paint. Oh god, we're only 6 minutes in.
But nothing's fucking happened because we're just looking at these Wookiees. And they're not translating. It's just like, yeah, we get it. They're a family of Wookiees.
Yeah.
She wants to suck Chewbacca's dick.
Or have
Probably
another.
doesn't want to admit that. Doesn't want to admit it in front of Papa Chewie.
Yeah, Papa Chew. Papa Baka.
That's dangerously close to Son of Chew, Rick. Pretty sure we got a bit of lag with how much delay there is between you responding.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the Sonichu thing, and like, there's no way that's real, really, is there?
I looked away to take a drink, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, I was talking about Sonichu, but yeah, let's drop that. That's just a fucking hairstylist chair.
Unfortunately, I don't really seize it because it's being blocked by Lumpy.
Yeah, they zoomed out after I saw it and commented. Oh, that's I think that's a standard bear nouns. Yeah, they use the
Rick, what the fuck is this?
This is a literal fever dream. It's like that freaking. It's like that shit post of the guy that jumps down from his kitchen counter and just goes, "I'm gay."
I'm not familiar.
Okay.
What's this fart music?
I
get it. They hired
know.
a bunch of circus performers to have a bit of a dancing costume, but could they not have picked better music?
I was going to say, even Lumpy's fucking tired of it.
I'm sorry, what the fuck is this now?
Okay, so it projects the guy in big next to the thing, and then the guy is now the conductor for the next set of things that happen.
It's just ballet. Alright, now we've got proper gymnastics, I suppose.
And now we've got trapeze.
But, you know.
Yeah, Lumpy's got the horn.
Rick, you're so right. He does look like that little Godzilla.
He does, doesn't he?
Oh, this is actually the first showing of Dathomirians.
Like, actually?
No. This is very impressive physical things to be doing, but it's not what I want to watch when I want to watch a Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I think Lumpy's gotten fatter as he's been sat there.
Maybe.
Yeah, yes. Talk about Star Wars.
Yep, juggling. Very, very impressive. I will admit, like, technically speaking, from a technological level, this is quite impressive for all the time.
Yeah, it looks alright. Like, okay. It looks competent at what it's trying to accomplish.
Why do you do that jumping splits for no fucking reason?
Oh, he took his mouth off the horn while it did the last note. And now he's bored.
Now you have to send a little man home.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, those performers worked really hard, and I'm not doubt. Why'd they make them dress up like that?
Because colours are easy to follow if you're autistic.
Autism didn't exist in the 70s, Rick.
It did, but it was the non-verbal type.
I'm gonna fucking look that up, Rick, because I'm actually doubting myself. I could have sworn autism wasn't a thing till like the late 90s.
Asperger's wasn't a thing until a lot later. Like, before that, like, the only autism was like deep, what they now refer to as deeply autistic, or like the far end of the spectrum.
Apparently it was discovered in 1940.
Okay. She can control the traffic?
The term autism was first introduced by Eugene Bleuler in his description of schizophrenia in 1911. But autism itself as a diagnosis was like 1940. No starships in area. Okay. Did I miss much from my brief dive at Google?
Yeah, Wife Backer looked on the Google to Google if any starships are nearby on traffic control, and it says no. Computer says no.
Ground control to Major Han. Why's she got a transmission to Luke?
He sounds really unenthusiastic, like, oh shit, R2.
God, he's so young there.
He is.
Hang on, wasn't one of the big points that Luke doesn't speak Chewbaccan?
In the original trilogy, no, but like on this, I guess he's got subtitles on his side of the screen.
Sorry, did R2-D2
which
just
is something
fart?
that we don't have. Yeah, well, that's one of his normal noises.
No, look, the puff. Oh, it's the gear he's working on. I thought it was coming out of R2.
Oh, okay. The puff of gas, yeah.
Right, because Luke's not a proper Jedi yet.
No, he's not even a shit Jedi. This is before he does his first trick of getting the lightsaber out of the snow.
Yeah, but he's blown up a Death Star at this point.
Yeah.
I think the makeup people fucked him up here.
Yeah, he don't look like himself because of the makeup.
Yeah, because he definitely didn't look like this in 4 or 5.
No.
I think Mark Hamill didn't want to do this.
Which is why he's in a completely different scene.
It's also why his acting is terrible.
Yeah.
I remember fucking... I was in a Reddit thread, as I often am, and it was just like, what celebrity cameo can you not believe? And one person said Mark Hamill as Skips in regular show, and it's like, okay, Mark Hamill doesn't count because he's more of a voice actor anyway.
Nowadays he is, yeah.
He's been a voice actor longer than he's been Luke Skywalker, it feels.
I mean, yeah, but like, yeah, he's put in more hours of work as a voice actor than he's putting more hours of work as just the Joker than he has as Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, man, there was a really sweet comment from him about Conroy, where basically Mark Hamill gets asked to be the Joker in pretty much every animated project because he is the Joker as far as I'm concerned for cartoons. And
yes,
his first question whenever it was a movie or a new show, it was, is Conroy playing Batman? And if Conroy's playing Batman, then yes, I'll play Joker.
And
then
which is
yeah,
it's a good way to get out of it now as well.
Well, he always said that his last Joker appearance was going to be The Killing Joke.
Yeah.
And then obviously Conroy actually passed after that, so definitely.
Yeah, totally.
Fuck me, I thought we cut to Darth Vader in a meth lab for a second. This is bordering on Spaceballs.
Like, actually, though. It's like a frickin' like Imperial Gestapo.
I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah. With the sinister music.
George has never been subtle about his comparing the Empire to Nazis. If there's one thing George Lucas doesn't like, it's Nazis. They're bad guys in all of his projects.
Yeah.
That's awful. Don't do this.
Yeah, those fish are that I hate fish. This little bastard. Yeah, those fish are on a timer. They are going to die in about a week at best.
But they do that still in Japan.
Yeah.
They put them in watches and little domes, and it's like,
And
ugh.
and Disco Stew's shoes.
Yeah, I can't get them out. That joke is actually really good, as dark as it is.
Yeah. Your fish are dead. And he's had the fish in there since the 70s.
Very, very clever.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that little bit of punness. You understand, don't you? Yeah. That's that's not a term that we would use.
Okay, it's one of those really annoying things where grooming is a real term for
Yes.
just taking care of yourself. However, nowadays
Yeah.
that has been associated with a certain prefix that makes it a bad thing.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it also works for pets as well. You could be a pet groomer.
I mean, that's why I'm intimately familiar with the term grooming.
Mm.
Why is he just showing off his chest?
Well, they don't have bras in space.
But he wouldn't be wearing a bra anyway. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't appear to have a shirt on.
Yeah, like, even Han has a vest.
Or he's got a skin-coloured shirt on. But I doubt it.
No, you can see his chest hair. Yeah, you did, mate. Like,
Fucking, what are we in? 20 minutes? Jesus, I've got another hour, Rick.
yeah.
I knew it was going
It's
to be...
the same shot again.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. They all did that in the night. I can't believe Vader's in this. Is that fucking Trigger?
Is it? It looks a bit like him, don't it?
Yeah, it's not. I know it's not, but...
I mean, he was kicking about back then.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been in this.
Wouldn't it have been really funny if this was a thing that showed Darth Vader getting picked up after he got shot off into space?
Well, assumedly, this is a year after, so...
Yeah. Oh, she did her apron back up again. So she was undoing it, and now it's, like, refastened.
The fuck?
She also thinks that.
I like that it kind of stuck to the suit for a second there.
It's made of Velcro, which isn't actually called Velcro.
Oh yeah, because it's legally distinct from Star Wars Futureland, which is actually in the past.
Yeah, it's hook and loop.
Is this a drag queen?
Yeah, this is that one actor that's like 4 different roles
Oh, okay.
that we saw in the opening. A flat screen TV before flat screen TVs.
Rick, is he doing blackface?
Maybe.
Why are you showing it from this show? Yeah, okay, dude, they're doing blackface.
Yeah, they're blackfacing.
Who... is that still okay in the late 70s then?
I think it was one of those where it kind of wasn't, but like this was the point where they were realizing it wasn't.
Yeah, but they still did blackface in like Little Britain.
Yeah.
For no reason, by the way. It didn't add anything to the jokes.
No, it didn't add anything to that character. All it did was make her look different to Bubbles.
Could have done that with a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
It blows my mind that people used to learn how to cook this way. Or, learn new recipes, because, It makes sense nowadays because you can pause and rewind everything and take your time, but you just had to keep up.
She's eating everything before it goes in. I thought she said that's fucking very nice.
I also thought she swore, but there's no way. Mrs. Chewbacca is not using the same ingredients.
No, it's a different colour and a different size. Red wine, drizzle.
I absolutely adore that clip that circulates every so often of James May cooking with Gordon Ramsay, having a contest with him, and he just like little bit for the food, little bit for the chef, and he keeps drinking the red wine, James May. And Gordon Ramsay just says, "Does any of the wine end up in your food?" No, it ends up in the chef.
My other Gordon Ramsay Top Gear one is when he tells Clarkson about the poot shoot in lobsters.
I've never done that!
I have never taken that out! I've eaten that!
But also, depending on how you buy them, like there's a non-0% chance those are already taken out.
Yeah. Oh, she's got forearms.
Feel sorry for the poor fuck who has to put their face in her at his arse.
Yeah.
Does she have forearms, or does she just have three?
Well, she's got three, but I assume there's going to be a fourth one that pops out in a second.
Maybe.
Man, that dress...
Don't sneeze. Don't.
Now she's going to immediately sneeze after it. At least the person got to clonk her in the face. Like, none of this is actually working. Just hit your mixture with all the utensils that you know.
Like, she's making bath wine.
Yeah, she's making bath wine in a chamber pot.
I'm very consciously aware of my need to piss.
So they did that without a gunner.
I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. So that's a big deal in A New Hope, is they need Luke to fuck off to the fucking gunner seat.
Yeah. Yeah, they do one for Luke and one for Han, while Chewie keeps it steady.
I hope Harrison Ford made money from this.
Yeah. Because this was a part of his career that he probably needed it. Oh, okay, they're addressing that it is remote cannons. Oh, he's being a little bitch. Okay.
I hope Chewie's not dead.
I thought he was farting. No, they're playing Snake.
I'm sorry.
The Kazook planet.
So it wasn't called Kashyyyk back then?
Maybe it was, and the guy just didn't pronounce it correctly, and they did it in one take.
Dude, that wasn't even a minute. They could have redone it.
Yeah, and the cutaway, so they could have cut it into multiple parts anyway.
I'm coming.
Hold your horses.
Okay, so about a week ago now, maybe a week and a half, there was some knocking at the front door. And I thought it was going to be my brother. So when they knocked a second time, I went, yeah, I'm fucking coming. And I shouted at the door. I opened it up and it was an Uber Eats driver. I was like, oh, fuck. They were like, delivery, obviously. And I went, no one here ordered food. I'm eating my food. And I was like, we got this annoying thing where our postcode is the same as the flats that are next to us.
Right, okay.
So if they don't specify flats or houses, we can get any old fucking delivery from any fucking where. And vice versa.
Yeah. Got delayed reaction hug.
Only because he told him off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Light Day is meant to be Christmas then.
Yeah. It's something that you can celebrate even if you're a Jew.
Okay. Well, they get 7 days of shit, don't they?
Yeah, they get the 7 days of presents on Hanukkah, but most of the presents are shit.
Oh yeah, because Christmas presents aren't.
Okay, but they have to save all the actual good ones for the final day.
Sure. But they also get the dreidels.
Yeah, that's one of the presents.
I've got to be honest with you, I'm pretty goddamn ignorant on Jewish customs. I just know Hanukkah exists, and I know a dreidel is a thing.
Yeah, I know about the menorah. I know most of it because of the frickin' episode of the Ghost and Molly McGee.
Fair dude. I know in Futurama they've got Santa Claus, Robot Santa Claus, Hanukkah Bot, not Hanukkah Bot, Kwanzaa Bot, and Hanukkah Zombie.
Yeah. And even the Kwanzaa Bot doesn't know what Kwanzaa's all about.
I've been giving out these pamphlets for 300 years. I always thought Kwanzaa was a much bigger deal than it is because, like, it was always the third one in the fucking holiday specials in kids' cartoons.
Yeah, like, and it's also kind of not real. It's made only for America, for, like, black culture at Christmas.
I mean, considering they had their black culture stolen from them, I guess they deserve something, but at the same time, Christmas is for everyone.
Yeah.
That's like, why it was a hairdresser chair, Rick.
Because it is one. Oh no, it's an AI VR thing, isn't it? Where we can just have a cheese dream and we get shown a video of a kaleidoscope being fucked around with.
Man, if I had access to proper full-body AI, the amount of fictional women I would fuck.
Yeah. No notes.
What's the... Rick, like, we've got to put up with this bullshit. I'll just ask, who would you first pick?
Ooh. Top of my head, like, the first one that comes from my head, Jessica Rabbit, but, like, that's such a weak sauce pick. But by the same token, it doesn't harm anyone.
It wouldn't harm anyone anyway. It's not fucking real.
Okay, but you know what I mean.
Sorry, look at these spermazoids.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. It's not like objectifying like Christina Hendricks.
Who's Christina Hendricks?
A lady who looks like Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
But yeah, how about you? Do you have a first pick?
Yeah, my first pick isn't much better because it's an incredibly generic pick, but Maid Marian.
Yeah.
Specifically from the Disney cartoon.
Yes. See what that fussy does.
I mean, yeah. Do her from behind while sniffing her tail.
Touch fluffy tail. Well, touch fluffy tail is a thing for a reason.
You speak such sweet words, Chewie's dad.
Not even that. It's like, oh, you're such a good viewer, insert name here.
The amount of business emails I've had that are customer name here, and I'm just like, I feel valued.
Yes, or when they put your name down as first last. Because it's just first name, last name. I had someone whose name got changed on AOL Instant Messenger to first last, and he was really annoyed about it, but I was like, oh man, that actually looks kind of cool though. It was the first time I've ever seen someone called first last.
What do you think this actor thought when she performed this role?
That she wasn't doing it for Star Wars.
Like, she must have thought that it was some sort of weird sex thing, right?
Yeah. Like she's like Aphroditeing it up.
But she basically looks like a mermaid right now.
Yeah. Let's turn the turntable around so you can see my arse.
She's inside the Chaos Emerald.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Master Emerald, even.
Yeah, the Quantum Gemerald.
What the
if you
fuck
go by
is this?
Futurama standards.
Okay, she's singing a
it's
song.
starting. She's singing.
They're blurring her in such a way it looks like she's showing off her fanny.
Little bit. And also her hair covers like just enough of a toga.
Yeah.
It looks like more hair.
Oh, goddamn.
I too have just hovered over the timeline.
I'm actually checking my emails right now, Rick, because nothing exciting is happening.
Oh, that's a good idea. I've got a button for that.
I don't need to watch this segment. I'm listening to it. She can sing well.
She can. Oh no, my old Hotmail has been logged into from Morocco.
I'm still getting emails saying I really need to log in if I don't want to lose my photo bucket photos.
Yeah. Oh, I got one from Star Wars The Old Republic saying, oh yeah, log in if you want to keep your name. Otherwise it's going up on the open market. So I did. And the game is so, like, thin.
Ah, fair do.
I didn't leave the capital station. Apparently it's getting a graphical update like next year, so we'll see how that goes.
Let's speculate about that, shall we, Rick? Because God knows there's nothing to talk about here. We've said she can sing well, and she looks bordering on being in a porno.
Yeah.
So what's this? Star Wars The Old Republic, you say?
Yeah, so it's set like 4,000 years before the original movies.
Yeah, so what's this
But
about a
maybe
graphical overhaul?
Yeah, they're doing a graphical update, and I don't know if they're doing a full-on overhaul or just like an upscale.
I mean, either would be appreciated, I imagine.
Yeah, because it's from like 2012.
God damn, so it looks like Dragon Age Origins.
It does. I nearly took a snip yesterday because I was like, oh, cool, they added more hairstyles.
And then realised you're the only one who gives a shit.
Yeah. Like, actually, though.
I mean, I reinstalled KOTOR 2 the other day because KOTOR 1 refuses to work, and I'm like, I should really play this. So I keep staring at it and go, I will play this, and I never do.
Yeah, maybe. It might work on your phone, but that would include buying it again.
I mean, I didn't even buy it the first time. It was part of a Humble Bundle.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, the acid's kicking in, Rick.
It is.
So this old...
Mega reverb.
Yeah. So this old, decrepit Wookiee chooses to listen to a bit of a sing-song with some trippy mind effects instead of getting a virtual blowjob. I think not, sir.
Oh, that's just what the show shows us from the first, like, minute. That's the foreplay for his virtual beach.
I'm just imagining zooming it out and we see Chewbacca's dad having a stroke. In like the medical sense, not a bashing the bishop sense.
I assumed you meant the other one.
Why the fuck is Leia calling them? Why does she give a shit? She's high off her tits.
Yeah, she is.
I love Carrie Fisher, but she was a coke fiend.
Yeah, she was. You could even see in the movie where she had the coke nail.
Hang on. Luke managed to learn some Wookiee, but fucking Leia needs C-3PO.
Yeah, Leia, the one who's actually a diplomat and actually knows how to learn languages.
The one who has a brain.
Yeah.
Like, I love Luke Skywalker, but he's an idiot. At this point in the story,
he's
anyway.
he's very himbo coded.
Oh, it's a real struggle watching this, because I'm not even joking when I say Carrie is high.
She is.
It doesn't help that she's got to act like she's seeing this shit on a screen.
Yeah. And she's just looking past the camera.
And yet, giving a more compelling performance than Mr. Hamill.
Yeah. Because even if they give her goth makeup, at least she looks like herself.
This is true.
Wookie-ookies!
That sounds like a euphemism for fucking banging a Wookiee.
It does. That's how we got Ewoks. Oh, now that they're not being chased by TIE fighters this second, he's stopped being a little bitch to Chewie. Also, the engine turned red.
I can barely keep track of what's going on with these two. At least they managed to get some Star Wars fucking music in this, unlike the Ewok movie we watched.
Yeah, some Star Wars sounding music. Okay, this is actually the music.
I was going to say, they've literally just taken it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, this little thing's ugly.
Yeah, apparently he's got super hearing and can hear it all across the planet.
And no other starships are coming to Kashyyyk this week.
Like, legitimately, they checked. They checked on the Google. Oh no!
It's okay, they can't hit anything.
Stormtrooper party poopers. Ad break.
That was the ad break, yeah. To be fair, that's the first obvious one we've had, and what are we? Fucking 40 minutes halfway in. Fuck! We've still got half left! It's, to quote Torbeck, it's only half over!
It's only half over!
Look at this
Hello,
prick.
we've come to confiscate your Christmas. Because we are pricks. And nobody ever asked anyone if we are indeed the baddies.
There has to have been at least one conversation between some of these guys, right? It's like, are we evil?
Yeah. I mean, we saw it in the Bad Batch.
Did we?
Well, I mean, yeah, they were like, the Empire's being a bunch of pricks. And they were like, yeah, fucking pricks. Let's not keep with the Empire.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the clones, though, so that's different.
Yeah. We saw someone who looked like you on facial recognition software on the Death Star.
Chewie... Oh, yeah, he did go in that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a prisoner, too.
We are racially profiling you based on being the same race as one of the prisoners on the Death Star. He's going to get ticketed.
Here's the thing, if Han and Chewie just show up right now, Chewie's got his bowcaster and Han's really good with that pistol.
And then they've got a bunch of real roasts.
Haven't they also got a real problem here in that, for some reason, this house has got direct communication not to one, but two high-profile rebels?
Emphasis on high.
Wow, very well done. It's one of the few reasons why I don't shave, because my ID has me with beard.
Yeah. Yeah, mine does too. Also, I don't have a very strong chin, and the beard kind of masks that.
Fair, I guess.
As Fat Bastard says, I got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
I'm very confused as to why that Imperial officer was just, like, about to hit a child, thinking there would be no consequences.
Yeah, in a Wookiee house where they can literally pull your arms off. We learned this in Lego Star Wars when that's Chewie's melee. Although maybe only on stormtroopers. Because they're not even people.
Yeah, anyone who's... I just yawned, I apologise. Anyone who's humanoid.
Sure. It just like pulls the little Lego arms off. Pop, pop.
Oh, we also got that weird thing as well where C-3PO used to have that thing where the amount of hearts he had was the amount of limbs he had. Yeah, so if he gets shot, it doesn't matter if he gets shot or melee attacked, he loses an arm, then another arm, then one of his legs. And if he's only got one...
And then he hops, yeah.
He hops, and also when he does his special interact to open up certain cases, he has to use his head. It's so dumb.
Daft.
It's Alice Cooper.
Yeah, and now he gets to play Gallagher. Oh, he's enjoying it. Oh, yeah, it's Itchy is the granddad, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chewy, Itchy, and Lumpy.
I forget what the mum's called, because she's called something weirdly normal.
It's like Fala or something.
But there's not even a second floor.
Hmm.
They say, after already throwing an old man onto his broken hip and trying to beat a child.
Hmm.
Fuck, it looks like the annoying orange.
He does.
It's the lips.
Yeah, and the gums.
And or the moon in the Mighty Boosh.
Yeah. It seems that everything is in order. I'm still going to have to offer you a bribe.
Simon says, and now gibberish. Oh, here's the Boba Fett cartoon. I assume.
Oh man, it does look like comics though.
It does. The fuck was that creature?
I don't know. He had arse cheeks, so he might meant to be in like a feline something or other. Dickhead. Like, yes, they're Nazis, but do they have to make a mess?
I mean... You know, sometimes you see people search really obvious places. They're clearly not searching, they're just being dicks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what villains do.
If someone came into my room and
it?
did this to... I've got a shelf up that I'm looking at right now with all my painted miniatures. If someone threw it all on the floor and even one got broke, I'd cry.
Well, he just beheaded his Bantha plushie.
Yeah. What was the point in that cartoon cutaway?
I don't know. I've seen those headphones. Like with the square ear cups and everything.
Sure, man, sure. I've only ever seen round ones.
That's the level of conversation we get out of this. Oh,
what the
boy.
fuck could we talk about, Rick? They sent the kid to his room to clean up their fucking bullshit. Probably because they want to threaten mum and dad. Oh, sorry, mum and grandpa.
Now we can breed.
Fucking hell, Rick.
Your father-in-law can watch, or he can give me a reach around.
He's gonna stand in the cupboard dressed as Superman.
Oh no, Superman is copyrighted. It has to be Ubermensch.
Well, no, you can't do that because that's a Nazi thing.
It's the Empire.
I don't care.
They probably get off to the Nazi thing.
Did he just give his band for a funeral?
Yeah, and a kiss.
Anarchist could be a character's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, if the Empire saw what the Nazis did, they'd probably go, "Oh man, you could do that to humans too? Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what you want me to do with that, Rick.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to go from there that doesn't make this go incredibly dark? Oh, okay. I guess we got this now.
Yeah, he's watching his
He is playing fucking everyone, isn't he?
He is.
What?
Except he's only got fucking half of it. Yeah, it does sound vaguely threatening, doesn't it?
I think he's meant to be like a robot or something. So...
Okay, he is, actually.
So it kind of makes sense, but yeah, it's not great. I've got to give this actor credit. Like, apart from the fact it's clearly the same guy, his range is there.
Yeah.
So is it implied that Lumpy's controlling this?
Maybe.
Is that a sandwich bag?
It is. It's already half open. I think it might be that because the thing is not working properly, it's projecting an imperfect version of the video.
What? I don't like that. No.
Shit's fucked.
I bet this scared some kids.
Oh no.
I've got to be honest with you, as a standalone sketch, this isn't the worst thing about this movie.
It's not. It's vaguely entertaining, but only entertaining. It's not good.
Here's the thing is, I also suspect this isn't the first time this act was done.
Hmm.
His eyes just went wide and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger seeing something he likes, goes, oh, yeah. Then he started fucking the maid. Have you seen his alleged illegitimate love child with the maid?
I've not, no.
Looks exactly like him.
Okay.
So, hang on, how the fuck did those instructions help you, Lumpy? Is that another ad break, is it?
No. Yeah, I'm guessing so. But they didn't have the Star Wars splash card this time.
No, it didn't, did it? Oh, fucking half an hour.
So it's not the main ad break.
Do stormtroopers have to watch this? Is it the law?
Apparently. Okay.
Fuck me.
Now for a fucking like
This is just
cutaway
This is just clips from New
episode.
Hope.
Yeah. It's 10 minutes long. Just stilts going by.
Any excuse to be back in the canteen, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, it's 1 for 1.
Yeah, it's just listen to the Jizz Whalers again.
Have you seen my knife? He has.
He's like, yeah, look at that fucker. That's a Nimwadium with less makeup.
Yeah, this is just extra footage they had of the canteen scene that they wanted to get rid of.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that before 2? No, it's not. Now I think they bothered recording this.
Yeah.
That's another one of the fucking Golden Girls.
Yeah. He sniffs his own flower that he's going to give to someone. Was that a Togruta back then?
Dude, I don't know. I don't think this man can take a hint. The fuck is that? Just orange juice.
It looks it, yeah. Oh, he's gonna do a rape.
Don't say that! I think she's more likely to fuck that alien than him.
Yeah, she likes the alien. The Ithorian. Oh,
I'll tell you this, Rick, my head feels funny at the moment after seeing that drinking part.
yeah, where he poured it in his head.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, he touched himself thinking of you, love.
He doesn't know that she's paid to be nice.
It's an alarmingly common problem.
Yeah, it's like thinking the Hooters waitress actually likes you.
You're not allowed behind the bar, dickhead.
That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal.
That's a no-no. She is taking this remarkably well, but I suppose she has no other choice.
Yeah, because he's got a gun.
We don't know he has a gun, but this is Tatooine.
It's Tatooine and it's based on America. Like, even Luke had a pistol.
Yeah, but he was a farm boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Just fill up the watering can head.
I'll make you. And then he realises.
Is this when he takes the hint? Yep. Back to being a nobody.
I'm sorry, that's Imperial propaganda.
Imperial propaganda is a guy like being driven to suicide to throw himself in Beggar's Canyon. We interrupt this propaganda to bring you a special broadcast.
What the fuck? So that was a live broadcast from Tatooine?
Yeah. It's so weird.
What's going on, Rick?
Well, the place is getting shut down for legal purposes.
Yeah, but okay, why should we care?
I mean, that's just this entire holiday special in a nutshell.
No one's actually listening.
No, they're all pissheads.
I don't know, man. You got this big, tough fucking guy who's willing to break heads. Fucking use him.
Yeah, all he has to do is do it once, and then it's an example.
Oh, Greedo's back alive.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really fucking... If you can't even get fucking a Rodan to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, it's those fucking things. I don't give a fuck.
This is when the bar people actually pull their weight and
I think you're
kick the shit out of the people that are coming to mug them.
I mean, I don't think that's true. They just want more beer. You said that 3 rounds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
put it on the tab for the Empire. Yep, that's the correct thing to do in this situation.
Yeah, except they're not going to pay it.
No. But if they don't, then it's a business expense that you can put against your taxes.
I don't think Tatooine does taxes. They just have to give fucking protection money to the Hutts.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, it's a song.
Yeah. Womp womp womp.
Oh, my bad. That's Bea Arthur. I got Bea Arthur confused with Rue McLean.
Okay.
McClanner, even.
Yeah. Well, that's a new recording of that.
Yeah, it's a lot slower, isn't it? Is that a hyena?
It just looks like a rat.
Yeah.
Like an actual rat, just upscaled.
I wouldn't hug
And
that
that's not disparaging. It's just like rats are actually kind of cute when you zoom in.
Rick, it's not a real
When they're
creature.
not,
It's fine.
Okay. And if it was, it's probably long dead by now.
Yeah.
Because, it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. All of our favourites from Star Wars are all long, 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 long dead, even if they ever did exist. Because they didn't, because it's fiction.
It's one of those as well where rats get a bad rap, but rats are actually a lot nicer than mice.
Oh, yes.
I used to have pet rats.
Partly because they're more intelligent.
They're cute. They won't automatically kill a new person added to their enclosure, whereas mice will fight to the death and make horrible noises, and 2 of them will die.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's zombie David Bowie in the background.
yeah. It's fucking Mike Myers.
It is. Michael Myers.
Same difference.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was a difference, and I thought when people were talking about Michael Myers, they were talking about Mike Myers.
I was like, yeah, baby, as he stabs the babysitter.
Yeah, baby. Donkey.
Speaking of Donkey, we should totally do the original Doctor... Well, I say the original. The original as far as I'm concerned. The first Doctor Dolittle I ever watched.
Okay. I thought you were going to go on the Shrek train.
I mean, we could do Shrek, but, like... Shrek's been done to death. What more could we add to it?
We could watch the shit Shreks.
So, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Wait, no, 3. Shrek 2's the
yeah.
Shrek 2's the best. Shrek 4 is weirdly good. It has no right to be. Shrek 3 was a turd.
Yeah. Yeah, Shrek 4 is like an average movie that's all right and happens to have Shrek in it. And yeah, Shrek 3 is the one that's the worst. Like, it still has some redeeming qualities, but it's very definitely the milking phase.
It's got Eric Idle in it.
And Justin Timberlake.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Is that Andre the Giant?
It really isn't.
No. Just someone who's meant to look a bit like him.
It definitely isn't Andre the Giant, because there's no way he would have shaved. However, I'm now going to have to look it up, so thanks, Rick. In case you didn't know he was French, his full name is André René Rosimov.
And the Stormies are still perving in on it.
Okay, here's a really annoying thing when looking up Andre the Giant's IMDb, is they count wrestling events as appearances. So I'm now looking at all of his fucking WWE fucking main event highlight career.
Yep.
Including Best of the WWF, Volume 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Thanks. Let's scroll down to 1978. No.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Good.
He was still actively wrestling at this point in his life.
Sure. Fair enough.
I'm going to assume I didn't miss anything of value.
Nah, we just saw that the Stormies were still watching the end of the Forever and a Day song.
Sure. Oh, it was Lumpy being a little trickster.
Yeah, he's giving them a fake thing to make them go home.
And last Lumpy died.
And it turns out, he also wants to go home for Life Day because it's he's not getting holiday pay for this.
Had another ad break, by the way. Wonder how much money this made just from the ad revenue, because that's all it would have gotten.
Yeah. It wouldn't have made Super Bowl money.
God, no. Well, it might have done. Not Super Bowl money, but like a lot.
Hmm.
Well, that little fucker can run, can't he?
Yeah.
He's going to bump into Chewie and... yeah, there you go.
Oh, the teeth! Oh, boy.
Yeah, ain't good, is it? Chewie's like, I'm part of the Rebel Alliance. I'll kill a bitch. Fuck off! Oh, we got a Wilhelm in.
Yeah, we did. He tripped over his gun to his death. And Han's hugging him, not Chewie.
I ain't being funny. Chewie could have just done a Wookiee thing.
Yeah, like, even if he got shot, they have to go through all the fur to get to his body.
We're going to ignore the fact that the main reason Chewie hangs out with me is because of his life debt.
Yeah. He chose to enslave himself.
Which weirdly is the same thing that fucking Qui-Gon used to rope in Jar Jar.
Yeah.
That was fucking fast. Han's like, I've got my paycheck, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah. I'm here now. I brought you, Dad. Have a nice life day. And they're like, well, you stay for turkey. We're having Stormtrooper.
They made it very clear they're using Bam for loin.
Yeah. But they've now got a whole Stormtrooper that they can just have a leg of.
But Chewie's not going too, is he? No, they're having a hug.
No, he gets to stay behind. Yeah, chuck the gun down with him so it'll look like he just fell.
Through the banister.
Yeah.
They're going to have disgusting Wookiee sex in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, yep.
This is all a fever dream. Numpy actually died and I need to get busy making another one.
Yep. That one did sound like him saying Dad.
Maybe. I absolutely adore how this actor, though, managed to make a lot of money from Star Wars from the merit of I'm tall.
Yeah.
I'm tall and can move the way they want me to.
Yeah, I'm tall and can look lumbering. And come from Keithley.
I mean, like much like Dave Prowse, like I don't think he gets enough credit.
Oh, yeah. Like, the physical acting is almost as big of a deal as everything else that goes into it.
Yeah.
Like, not least the costume. Anyone can wear a costume. Not a lot of people can be a character.
Like, his experience in the suit was so valuable that, granted, it might have been a bit of a courteous thing to give him a role in the new Star Wars films for, to help out. But also, I don't doubt he could have probably helped whoever took over the Chewbacca suit.
Yes, definitely.
I'm sorry, you're trying to tell me that random stormtrooper was an officer?
Apparently. He stole my leftovers and fucked off.
I'll cover up this murder. You gotta give the guy credit. He's very much ride or die, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
No humans allowed. Oh, Rick, 6 minutes.
Yeah, at least it's winding down.
Are we going to see Boba Fett in these 6 minutes? Because if not, I think I've been lied to.
Where's Boba Fett?
Are they going to sing a carol but in Wookiee? That would be funny. That would be I'd actually laugh if they did like We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but it was just Wookiee screams.
Yeah, it's just.
Jeez. Oh. So again, this movie is mostly canon because of this tradition that they've decided to bring into the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. Like the infomercial feel of the little cutaways is what they kept going in the theme parks.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if you're waiting in line for, like, a ride in the Star Wars bit, that's what it will sound like and feel like.
Fair enough. Fuck me, are we about to go into Bohemian Rhapsody? Rick, what's going on?
There's a lot of dead Wookiees apparently going into the light.
What the fuck?
Getting swallowed by the sun.
I don't understand what's going on.
I think it's a Wookiee Inquisition.
No one expects it, we're told. Although you'd think you'd expect it on Kashyyyk.
Yeah. Oh, and all the dead Wookiees are going into hyperspace.
Where the fuck are they?
Oh, they've gone to the sex temple, I assume.
They can't be, there's kids there.
I mean...
We cleaned up the jizz stains, they'll never know.
That's what the kids do. The kids clean it up.
When? What? No!
I also don't know. They were hiding round the backside of the set, apparently.
Boy, this would make the Wookiee species incredibly easy to decimate, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they all gather at the sex dungeon and you just, like, drop a bomb there, right?
Where the fuck are they actually? Because everything's covered in mist except for this one background tree.
Oh, it's because they didn't build the rest of the set.
You're right, and I know you're right, but still. What?
Oh, hello.
Fuck me.
I know everyone reunites.
Some actual acting from Hamill. Looks horny. Princess Leia, don't you have important rebellion shit to be doing?
Yeah, and she's giving Chewie a nice little sensual caress.
She's still stoned.
So between the sensual caress for Chewie and kissing Luke in the beginning of Empire Strikes Back,
yeah, she's free.
She's probably done everyone but Han, apart from Han.
Although behind the scenes we don't know what's happening and it's horrible.
Oh yes.
I didn't know Carrie Fisher could sing.
No, neither could I. But apparently her mom was known to be like more of a singer as well. So.
Well, fair enough, man. Trying really hard to have it match the Star Wars theme, aren't they?
Yeah. It bothers me that these are technically the actual lyrics to Star Wars.
Oh, fuck. No, it's not. Yeah, no. Well, fuck it. We've only got a song to fucking go and then we're pretty much done. I just want to point out that, like, we all love Harrison Ford nowadays as an actor, but don't forget, he was very, very horrible back in the day.
Yeah.
Specifically to Carrie Fisher.
Yeah. Like, exclusively to Carrie Fisher, maybe.
I don't think that shit's exclusive. I think when Carrie Fisher got to a certain age and wisened up, he's moved on to other people.
Yeah,
it's just not as well documented because not everyone can write a book.
And not everyone gets the benefit of being able to come forward with without the repercussions from a rich person.
Oh, whacking day! Oh, whacking day! I believe more in that tradition from The Simpsons from 500 years ago than this one.
Oh, hallowed saint skull-cracking day. Break their backs, gouge out their eyes, their evil hearts will pulverize.
They had the best use of a guest cameo back then, but they did.
Yeah, because it was Larry White.
It was Barry White.
Yeah, it says here Larry White. I know my own name.
And they had the...
which is such a good line.
He had the song of I love the sexy sliver of a female snake. And it's so weird.
Yep. Marla.
Sure.
Played by Mickey Morton, which could be...
definitely a bloke.
Male or female. Oh yeah, it's probably a bloke. Like, you're not going to get a lady that tall.
I mean, you could, but you probably weren't getting a lady that tall who could act.
Yeah.
Fuck me, 20... okay, now we've just got the YouTube end credits of, like, this person uploaded this. And thank you for uploading it, sir and or madam, because it means we get to watch it and amuse ourselves. I say amuse ourselves. Rick, I want to die.
Don't worry, it will come in time. Oh, God.
Rick, where was Boba Fett?
Yeah, I also noticed a specific lack of Boba Fett.
It's the one thing that is plastered on all the material in which I researched, and this was the first showing of Boba Fett. So, and they mentioned him being in a cartoon segment. So, was that just cut from this version? Or was he in that cartoon bit, but in the background?
He might have been in the background. Like, he apparently he had the fork that ended up being a weapon in the Mando.
Okay.
But, like I can't remember seeing it properly, so fuck it.
Well, we've already touched upon it, Rick, but what did you think of the Star Wars Holiday Special?
I think I can charitably describe it as a fever dream. It was shit. And everybody knows it's shit, and now we have the context for why it's shit.
Yeah.
Was it worse than the Battle for Endor?
No. And I can tell you why, Rick, because this had actual Star Wars in it.
Yeah. It had actual Star Wars in it. It had the ships. It had the music. It even had the actors for a short amount of time. Yeah. It beats Battle for Endor by a hair. How about you? What do you think?
This wasn't good. I don't recommend anyone watching it apart from being able to say that, yes, I've watched Basically, you should get a badge that says, I survived watching the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah. It's like going for a mammogram or something. It's like It's not something you want to do, but if you want to call yourself a true fan, you're gonna have to go through this shit.
Rick, when have you ever had a mammogram?
Okay, I haven't, but like...
It's a bad example, is my point, because mammograms are very important, and you should do them. You should not watch this.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is one of those old school variety shows that had no right being connected to Star Wars, and yet feels more part of the Star Wars universe than the Ewok movie we watched. And we've still got one more of those to go.
Yeah, we do. We're probably not watching that.
Oh, so you think, sir?
Okay. We've got Attack of the Clones next, haven't we?
We do, which I think is the worst of the prequels, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I like that little lightsaber fight between Lenny and Carl. Well, I thought Phantom Menace sucked more. Well, I thought Attack of the Clones sucked more.
Damn. Well, here's the thing: is like at least Phantom Menace had one of the better lightsaber fights.
It did.
And I fucking hate the fact that they gave Yoda a lightsaber battle.
Yeah, like, I feel like he would have better been served as a Force user who didn't use a lightsaber at all, even back then. Because it would also have shown how Dooku could fight with just the Force, because I feel like he would have done against specifically Yoda.
Well, here's the thing, is like, Yoda knows that Dooku's lightsaber is designed to, and his fighting style is designed to take down other lightsaber wielders. So even as a tactical decision, it would make sense.
Yeah.
But I digress. That's talking about a much better Star Wars movie. So let's do our usual wind down, shall we, Rick?
Yeah.
Alrighty. From this movie, this straight-to-TV, never released on home video movie, do you have a favourite moment?
I wasn't expecting it to be my favourite moment when it started, but it was probably Bea Arthur's song. Like, towards the end, it got really, like, melancholy and sounded like other better songs. But, like, Bea Arthur actually, did something with it. The Jizz Whalers joined in and did something with it. And, like, having the re-recorded slow melancholy version of the Cantina Band song really added to it.
I totally get you. I mean, here's the thing: is the individual parts weren't bad. They just had no right being here.
Yeah. It's basically what you get when you pick all the Family Guy cutaways and try to make a show around it and stretch it out to it's 1 hour 20, which probably means it would have been 2 hours with ads.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah. But how about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
I did, but very briefly. The running time on every single website said like 93 minutes, so I think the cartoon probably got cut from this version.
Yeah.
But I digress. My favourite moment was probably actually once we figured out that yes, he was meant to be a robot man. That instructional guide for Lumpy to fix his thing was okay. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think the actor did a terrific job of his physical acting when he was pretending to screw his mouth shut and doing dit.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of that was achieved with post effects, but out of all of the skits, that was probably the most amusing.
Yeah, totally.
Not going to add anything?
Because I liked that. And the same guy doing other things in the other skits also was kind of charming, because he was like 3 different characters.
Yeah, like I said, it stinks of variety show, because you've always got that one person who's a bit of every act.
Yeah, totally.
So let's get to a harder thing to decide, because it was all just so bad. Do you have a weakest link, Rick?
The film.
You got to pick a specific moment, my friend.
Yeah, I think it was probably just the stormtrooper and just Imperial presence feeling just so comically mean-spirited.
Well, let's just get straight to it, Rick, because spoiler alert, it's the exact same weakest link I've got. Having the stormtroopers, having an Imperial threat in the wide world and chasing Han and Chewie, super makes sense. Got no issue with that. Having the personal threat invade their home made no real sense.
Yeah. More people than were in the house came to invade the house.
You can possibly hand-wave that with at least their Wookiee. Well, like Mama Wookiee is still a threat. The kid and the old man probably not so much.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Because you're also picking this, I'm going to give another shout out to the 30 minutes of non-verbal Wookiee time where we just have to watch Wookiee things happen.
Well, here's the thing: is that was at least interspliced with the weird DVD that Lumpy put on with the gymnasts.
Yeah, we're watching a character watch a DVD.
No exaggeration, folks.
And if you're watching us along with it, you're watching us watch a character watch a DVD.
Technically, they're listening to us.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, fine, fair enough. Yeah, it was so wank. And you even mentioned it, there was no subtitles for the Wookiee growls, so you just kind of had to interpret what the Wookiees were saying, which isn't the worst thing. You and I are both intimately familiar with the clangers.
Yes. Oh, sod it, the bloody thing stuck again.
What's up?
It's that's when the clangers go.
Okay, sure.
And the translation is, oh, sod it, the bloody thing stuck again.
But it's one of those where, you can do this. You can have an entire race of creatures that don't talk, they use noises. But those noises have to be distinct. Whenever the Wookiees talk, it's just screaming.
Yeah. I can do a pretty good Wookiee just by going and making a cave with my hands.
It's one of those. It's just it wasn't a good use of things, and I don't think it was it might have been half an hour if you took every single moment, including when they're interacting with stormtroopers. But I think that's a bit unkind. But the first 15 minutes of the movie was just that.
Yeah.
What a load of wank. Rick, do you have an MVP?
It's going to be Art Carney because as Trader Saundan, he held the plot together better than almost any other single individual character. So I guess it's Trader Saundan as the character rather than the comedian himself, but still, they're interchangeable as far as I'm concerned for this.
Yeah, that's totally fair. He a very big part of this movie, and when he was actually playing his proper character, it was the only dialogue we got that made sense, because again, he's not a Wookiee.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets it from me, definitely. And yeah, how about you? Do you have an MVP?
I'm going to give my MVP award to John Williams for letting them use his music.
Yeah.
Because fuck knows they didn't deserve
Star Wars. This is Member Berries before it was even a year old.
No, it wasn't even Member Berries, because this had nothing to do with having fond memories of A New Hope. This was just bad.
Oh boy.
Again, George Lucas very wisely was like, I'm having nothing to do with this. Didn't help his actors in any way. He was like, nah, you guys signed contracts, you've got to do it.
Dickhead.
But yeah, unfortunately, that brings us to a close on Star Wars Holiday Special. We shan't be doing that again.
No, we're not. Even if I have a stroke and forget that I've watched it, I'm going to do my best to remember that it was crap.
So yes, as always, we've got the comment section down below on YouTube and also on Spotify. Let us know if you watched the Holiday Special and what you thought. And if you thought it was good instead of bad, then you're banned from the channel. You can't talk to us anymore. Give us suggestions of other media like this. Rick and I are fans of Star Wars, and I think everyone who's even remotely heard of Star Wars has heard of the infamy of this special. But perhaps there's more niche things where they have likewise buried monstrosities, shall we say, and you can suggest them to us and we'll perhaps watch them next year. Apart from that, we've also got the email address at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
Absolutely, same thing there. If you give us a witty or amusing comment, we'll read it out on the show. And that does it for today. That's our very first Christmas episode for this year. Join us next week for more Christmas goodies.
Bye, everybody.